And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium on Championship Grand Final Day here at North Harbour Softball Association. And we're up to the big show, the big one. Yes, indeed. They've been waiting for this one all season long. It is the Premier Men's Grand Final. Northcote Maroon taking on Waitākere Bears in the Grand Final, just underway in the first innings. It is the fifth Grand Final we've done today. Navy won the under-13 boys Grand Final at 9 o'clock. East Coast Bay Small Sox won the under-15 boys. The Bandits, Kanuchi, won the Reserve Women's Grand Final. And the Northcote Kings won the Grand Final of the Reserve Men. Now the big show. The big dogs are out to eat here. And what should be a fantastic game. Thank you for joining us here in the top of the first innings. And we'll just tidy the scoreboard for you. It's Waitākere Bears on the top and Northcote on the bottom here in the top of the first innings. Dylan Fraser-List getting the start on the hill for the Northcote side. We'll set that defensive lineup for you shortly. It's a beautiful day here locally. Boy, oh boy, the weather gods have blessed us today. 23 degrees Celsius, just a slight cloudy show, and fantastic indeed. And boy, oh boy, who walks in the door but none other than the director himself. We are all sorted now, I tell you. And fantastic indeed to have you all along for this grand final matchup here between Northcote and Waitākere Bears. The top of the first innings, no score in it so far, one away. And Waitākere Bears will see their second out go down. We have a look at the Waitākere Bears batting order today as Hiko Smith led off, then Roberts Hoxley just went down on strikes. Ethan Shannon hits clean up today. Jacob Oxley in the 5 spot. Dallasai Maitatu, the pitcher, will hit from south in the 6 spot. Ty Love will be hitting 7 today. Jacob Lee and Carlos R. Maitatu, the designated player, will round out the batting order for Waitākere Bears. Defensively for Northcote, they are good, left to right in the outfield. Jackson Gerbes at left centre is Hoihepa Monk, and Harry Collin gets the start at right field. Hot corner third base is Nick Lanigan. Seth Gibson gets the start at shortstop. He's appeared up the middle with the second baseman, Jesse Fuller. Callum Ryan gets the start at first base. Behind the dish is Logan Fraser-List. And it was Blake Radford listed as the starting pitcher, but the designated player, Dylan Fraser-List, with his blonde bleached hair, will get us started in the grand final. I'm Jason Gerbes, a.k.a. Chopper, as we see the runner go down to second. And I'm joined in commentary with Auntie Rowena Smith. Kia ora, Auntie.
Kia ora whānau, kia ora Chopper. Wonderful to be back in the commentating booth again. Successful commentating from last week to this week with our North Harbour finals.
So,
wow.
1 ball and 2 strikes here on Shannon. Fraser-List starting the grand final for the Northcote Maroon side. And he picks up the strikeout and walks like Conor McGregor does a Fraser-List. He means action here today. No score through the top of the first innings. We're back with all their lineups and the action just afterwards. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the grand final here, the big show, the big dance. And it'll be Northcote Maroon taking on Waitākere Bears. Offensively for the Maroon side, it'll be Seth Gibson, the shortstop, leading off in the 1 spot. Wepa Monk will be at centre field hitting 2 today. And then Nick Lanigan, he'll be hitting 3. It's pictured on screen. He's at third base. Logan Fraser-List will be hitting on the clean-up spot today. Jesse Fuller is at second base hitting 5. Callum Ryan, player coach, he'll be playing himself today at first base and hitting in the 6th spot. Dylan Fraser listed as no player hits 7. Harry Common and the 15-year-old Jackson Gerbes rounds out the batting order for the Northcote Maroon side. Waitākere Bears, well, they look like this, left to right, and the outfield simply are outstanding. As Cameron Hemipo, who had the great catch earlier on, he's gets a start at left field. Centre today is Luke Roberts. Right fielder is Jacob Oxley. Hot corner third base for Waitākere Bears is Ethan Shannon. The shortstop today is Lathan Hiko Smith, is pairing up the middle with Ty Love. First baseman is Matt Oxley. Behind the dish doing the catching is Jacob Lee. And it's the big guy on the hill, Dallas Amaitatu, who gets the start in the grand final. And Auntie Rowie joining us in commentary for the grand final. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Bottom of the first innings, let's go.
Outside.
This one's outside. Auntie Dallas Amaitatu. What can you say about this guy this year?
Look, I've run out of dictionary words for him because I'm telling you, he's just amazing. He's just an amazing athlete. He's done strong for Waitākere Bears, and why not? You've got a gold gem in the middle for Waitākere, and very, very proud, I would imagine, with Heine being their coach, knowing fairly well what he's doing there.
So bottom of the first innings. Feeling stages of the grand final. Seth Gibson waiting on deck, and you would have noticed in that lineup quite a few admissions from Northcote. And unfortunately for them, they've come down with a batch of COVID through the team. It's ruled out about 5 of their players. So they've shuffled the roster around. And of course, Seth Gibson, I think, making his career first start at shortstop, Auntie Rowie.
Well, it's actually kind of, different to not seeing Caleb Brunner in shortstop and also leading the batting lineup. But however, if it's, Mawiwi, what we call a Māori, being sick, there's not much you can do with that. Then I guess you got to stay in bed and get better, I guess, eh?
Yeah, you do. We wish all of those athletes a quick recovery. I believe it's a bit of a bout going around. One of our head scorers is down with it as well, Callum McQueen. So we wish them all the best of luck. Of course, it's a bad cold. We know that these days, the COVID, but sometimes that cold hits a little hard.
Yeah, so piki te ora to all the whānau out there, ne?
Gibson on the back of this one, and the Texas League won't find the grass, but it will find the centre fielder for the first out. The centre fielder here, and we're just going to get that umpire's mic just adjusted for volume. Just a little hot at the moment. I'm going to introduce our umpires to you shortly. Going to bring up Hohepa Monk now. Of course, one of the athletes right on the cusp of the Black Sox to go away to Prince Albert in July for the World Cup finals is Monk.
He's not new to this kind of ball game, and like you said with Black Sox, he's certainly got a bat on him. He fields well, so hence the reason why he's been picked for that, for the BSX.
This one's outside, and a good eye by Monk. Just out there on the edge. Not my Tatu, though. I like what I've seen out of him this year, Auntie.
Yeah.
Still going to miss on the outside rise ball. He's changed him and his battery partner here, Lee.
Yes.
They have changed the strategy as they work their way through the game. They may start with the rise ball to finish, then the drop ball, then they'll mix in the change. So very educated battery pairing here for Waitākere Bears. Hard swing.
And I guess that's what you want to have in your team, is that you've got the 1 and 2, the spine of the team going up through to number 8 is what I've been taught many, many years. So your spine is actually your pitcher catcher centre field. So, with that kind of training and knowing each other, learning off each other, that was a miss.
Sure.
Pori didn't like that one.
was on the outside edge, and you can see it's Tino Tata, but that's down the tram line. That is not on the strike zone indeed. So 2-2 the count here. The slugger Monk up to the plate. An inside swing, and Amai Tatu will take care of the second out himself. Amai Tatu is actually more fleet-footed than you think, aren't he?
Yeah, just a little bit. I hope they're not all kind of like suffering in there.
Wow.
Never mind.
Here's some breaking news in Auntie internationally. As we see Nick Lanigan will heave at the first pitch. And if you're ever a fan of boxing in the day, George Foreman. You might know him from his grills, George Foreman Grill, but a hell of a boxer, just passed away. Moi Mairo. So bottom of the first innings. Feeling out process here. Nick Lanigan having a stellar season. This one clips the outside edge. You can see the strategy from Amai Tatu and Lee early here, Auntie, trying to pepper that outside edge.
He is. He's moving the ball and, wow, I mean, but Nick's come off the first game to the second game. So he's warmed.
And he'll get him on the outside edge to take care of business. There's no score in the grand final. The big boppers are in the house. We'll be back with more action in the top of the second in just a moment. See you soon. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the grand final here. And it will be the pitching of Dylan Fraser-List that will continue to work off the hill here to his brother Logan in the grand final. First pitch hitting. And Fuller at second base takes that as bread and butter. You know, Auntie. Young Jesse Fuller, you've seen the progression of this young man over the years. How have you thought about the progression of Jesse?
Look, I won't talk about his dad, but I'll talk about Jesse. You know, because Dad, you know, has his comments. But at the end of the day, Jesse's just been training very well. You know, playing great games. He's a utility in every position of what he does with his softball career. And, you know, able to move around in different clubs, like he came to Falcons, and hopefully he's enjoyed his time with the club nationals. But the opportunities are there for him, and he's knocking on every door, and well done to him.
Fantastic indeed. Rangatahi providing them the opportunity. Dylan Fraser-List was one of those youngsters one day. Now here he is at the top of the totem pole.
Yes, and Brad's actually talked about Dylan, how he grew up in the Northcote regime or umbrella back when he was young, and basically said he's pulling himself through the grades and worked really hard. He had an injury, I believe, and now he's back, and he's just doing a fine job. So our rangatahi is actually the key of North Harbour, Chopper.
I agree with you, Auntie. Ticket to kōrero.
Aye.
Tell the truth, that's for sure. Seth Gibson starting shortstop. Yeah, that's not a correction. Young man. There's Dallas Waitākere. Steps in to go to work. This one pops up.
Totally proud of Cullum coming into the game today, Chopper, because normally, like you said, he's a player coach, but today he's opted himself to be on first base. With him and his knowledge and his great power behind his team, I think that's fantastic. I'm very, very proud to know that he can get out and do the job.
And a ball outside will allow Waitākere down to first base, so Waitākere Bears will have someone on board here in the top of the second innings, and immediately they'll call time for their designated runner, Ari Pitcher, will come out to run.
Great to see Ty Love's hanging in with this season with Waitākere Bears. He's actually a phenomenal player as well. And, you know, he can do the job, and look at that with that bunt.
Textbook sacrifice bunt here. Will get the runner over.
But not before moving his run around to two, and he just did the job.
Exactly what's required here in the grand final.
Just love the way that how Waitākere is just taking one player at a time, one play. It's actually not moving too fast for them. They're just actually gelling into it.
Jacob Lee now, the starting catcher for Waitākere Bears, steps in to go to work. I mentioned we might try and introduce our umpires to you shortly. This one fouls off. Here's probably a great opportunity. Got a great blue crew in here for the grand final. Yeah, the youngster Brodie Donald down at first base. Andy McManus is out there as well. And the crew chiefs are here for North Harbour this year. But North Harbour's Mark Hoo-Ha Porteous with the call behind the dish. Looks like maybe a late change with one of the umpires out there. We'll get that ratified for you. Because Brodie Donald just came off the last game, so over on Diamond 2. Maybe he didn't have enough time to get ready, and they may have substituted him out. 1-1 the count now. This one fouls back. It's a good battle here, Auntie.
Yes, it's a fantastic battle, and you wouldn't expect anything less with this with both sides. I mean, Dallas Waitākere and Dylan Fraser List. What's with the acronyms of three names in this, mate? But yeah, they're doing it really, really well. Here it is.
So this one pops up, and
Nice
they'll
out.
make the play here. So a clean innings. The runner's left stranded in the top of the second innings. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. It's grand final time. The Premier Men, Waitākere Bears on Northcote. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the second innings here. It'll be Logan Fraser-List that'll lead off, followed by Jesse Fuller and the player coach Callum Ryan. 1, 2, 3 here for Northcote. Trying to break this nil-all battle with Dallas Waitākere and Dylan Fraser-List battling each other here in the grand final. Here outside. Of course, the semi-final auntie, Waitākere Bears took on the Northcote Gold side with Pitarona on the hill. That one went to a wire, 1-0 ball game for Waitākere Bears.
Yeah, totally. It could have been anyone's game. Whatever it was, the outcome of a 1-0. Yes, but I tell you, the game just got better and better as it went on, and once again, whānau, it was just the people in the middle that was doing the job, and Pita with Dallas Waitākere.
See that one just foul off. Northcote Maroon had to go through Roosters Red in the semi-final. They won that one 5 runs to 0 to get themselves through to the grand final. But these two teams, Northcote Maroon and Waitākere Bears, have been at the top of the ladder the whole season, haven't they, Auntie?
And with Ryan Love's big hit, thinking it was going to go out the park.
Oh
my God! And the fielder that was in 7 out there just committed his whole body over that fence just to catch that ball. It could have been a 2-1 game at that end, but it was just great to see.
Sure was indeed. At the end of the regular season, left Northcote Maroon with 60 points clear of the pack. Tied on 48 was the Gold and Waitākere Bears. That's why they faced off against each other. 30 points, Roosters Red just snuck into the top 4 of the North Harbour Senior Premier Men's competition. A fantastic competition this year.
And may we see many more for next year there, Chopper.
8 teams in the competition. Really turned it on its head this year. Jesse Fuller now with a runner at first base. No outs in the bottom of the second innings. Trying to apply his wares.
Come on, it's 2 strikes.
This one pops back out of the way. Of course, it's always good to know where you're watching from, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know. Drop it in the comments. We see all of those come through. And doesn't matter if you're at home with pneumonia. We want to hear from you as well. It's more sunstroke in New Zealand. And Fuller goes down on strikes for the first outs as Dallas Waitākere just ebolised that one through. Going to bring up the player coach here. Callum Ryan, who's in a flavour of real good form at the moment, aren't he?
Yeah, with Callum Ryan, you just never know what you get from him. He's a mystery is what I call it. He knows what he wants and he hits what he gets, if you understand my meaning, whānau.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's a very, very mystery guy, this fella.
This one on the outside edge. Coming right now, 1-1 the count. A good drop ball by an Waitākere.
One ball, 2 strikes.
This one is down. You see you see the home plate umpire, Mark Porteous, call that straight away. And that's what you want, don't you, Auntie?
Yeah, Porty's has been doing the job, but like if he knows what he's calling, he'll call it real early.
And Waitākere rears back to make it 2 strikeouts in a row. So, question is in the chat, who do you think will win the championship for 2025? Northcote Maroon or Waitākere Bears? Do a like for Northcote Maroon and a heart for Waitākere Bears.
Swing.
Northcote just needs to touch the ball or send it somewhere. In this opportunity with the runner on 1, with Cullum on run 1, and it'll just open up the ball game, I hope. Oh.
Dylan Fraser-List now looking to apply his game. Bottom of the second innings. Waitākere, he is in a patch of good form as well, though, Auntie. You know he's up for this one.
He certainly is up for this one.
Swing.
And look at that.
And 3 up and 3 down, all via the strikeout here in the grand final. We're through 2 here. And don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We got all the action here in the grand final to come. The big boys. Top of the third coming up next. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here as we are just about to get underway in the innings. So introduce those umpires again. Mark Porteous behind the dish. Andy McManus is at first base, and it's Michael Lee into the ball game at second. And the experience of Bryden Rowles is our umpire at third base. So an ace blue crew here. I think, Auntie, they are all level 7.
Really?
So international umpires. Spoiled for choice here at North Harbour.
Amazing.
Top of the third innings. And it'll be the number 9 hitter in the order, Carlos Waitākere, who will lead off here for Waitākere Bears. Younger brother of Dallas. And he's got a big swing on him too, Auntie. Look at this.
Wow.
Come out of your shoes one time.
And look at that, you know, with Dylan just skipping off that. He's meaning business in the middle of Dylan, and so is Carlos.
Another one through the inside of the kitchen sink.
Pretty
One
to
and two.
watch.
1 and 2 the count here.
I must say it's a different banter from the ladies last week, dear Chopper.
Yeah, the
We had it all
pace.
going last week.
We sure did indeed. A little check swing, excuse me. And the third baseman, Lanigan, will take care of business. He's one of those players playing a different position here. Maybe a career first start for Lanigan at third base.
Yes, I think it is actually, with him being the first base.
Takes that care of that one. Shows his versatility. As we mentioned, Northcote, unfortunately about 4 or 5 players struck down with COVID. And they've had to fill the roster as such. Top of the order now, Leighton Hiko Smith. First pitch to him is below the zone. Harder ball!
Big hit.
No! Hiko Smith putting a charge into it, leaves the yard and posts the first score of the grand final. 1-0 to Waitākere Bears.
And who let the dogs out? I remember when that was out of the park, and you said that straight away, Chopper. Who let the dogs out? Come on.
Wow. Leighton Hiko Smith,
Look at
auntie.
that. Just got all of that ball, and it just sailed. It sailed and kept going.
You think he was hungry? This thing goes to the tuck shop.
I think he might have. If it went to the other side, it would have been in the bar.
Certainly good indeed. And Hiko Smith happy with his work. And look at his
Yes.
teammates here. They know how important that is with the likes of Maitatu on the mound. And boy, oh boy, they can get her done here.
You just
2 outs. An out happened while we were away. Take a little look at that now for you. And it was just a swing over the top of it. And the catcher is right there to make
Yeah.
the play. So 2 down in the top of the third innings after Hiko Smith puts a charge. And, Matt Oxley now.
Oh, Matt. He's a lovely, lovely player. Like I said previously, he came and played Falcons at Vic Youth. Really great player to have in our side.
Swing and miss over the top of that one. These players, quality, just like Jesse Fuller at second base. He looks hungry. He needs to get to that tuck shop.
Oh,
This one's
that must have been
outside.
close because Dylan was about to walk off.
He's had a good zone today. He has Mark Porteous, as you would expect. The
Yes.
best umpires in the land, if not the world.
That's inside.
Ooh,
And
does
both
it look close? Does
both
it really
sides
look
looking a
close?
little tight here now.
Yeah.
Ball 3, strike 2.
Full count now. 3-2 on Oxley.
Swing.
And gets him in the end with a swing at the bottom of the zone. But it's not before Leighton Hiko Smith says, guess what, lads? I got something special. And it comes with a bing, a bam, and a boom. You'll see it on the replays as it comes up. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a beauty. It's the grand final of the Premier Men's Championship. Pure Athletic, North Harbour Softball Association. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here into the grand final. Leighton Hiko Smith took a walk on the wild side as he almost put that one into the Rosedale burger department. Boy, I love those burgers, Auntie. Everyone in the country's going, we know, Chopper, we've seen you. You love burgers. Stop it. You're not supposed to throw jibes at yourself. What's going on here? Bottom of the third innings, Harry Common will lead off. And then it'll be the 15-year-old Jackson Gerbes up second. Top of the shop after that, Zeth Gibson. 3 lefties in a row here for Northcote. Auntie, that doesn't normally happen. Common, Gerbes and Gibson.
Well, maybe Cully's got a bit of a plan up his sleeve with those 3.
Yeah, at least Gibson there. It's funny too, if you put the 3 left-handers beside each other, you've got the massive size of Gibson. Then you have Common, who's small.
Yeah.
And then you've got tiny guy, Jacko Gerbes. Yeah.
Don't take anything away from these 3 athletes.
That's
at the end of the day, once they get on, they're going to be fast as fast.
And Hiko Smith will take care of business for the first out. Yeah, just a little. See, there's that change of pace, aren't you? Look at it, they changed their strategy here. Waitākere Bears, very clever.
Yeah, they obviously have been doing a bit of homework on this Northcote side, probably, possibly Chopper, knowing fairly well that, they've discarded Pitta and his team at the last game, and now they know they've got their work cut out with this other Northcote team, because both Northcote teams are just fantastic, so I reckon they would have done their homework.
Northcote Roosters made a decision as young Jacko Gerbes.
Nice swing.
15-year-old takes a hefty cut. Waitākere's drop ball. Ty Love, there's another left-hander. The team's full of them. The game is full of them. The grand final is full of lefties. And this one's up top. A good eye from Gerbes. 15-year-old making his debut Premier Men's Grand Final. It's his debut season playing Premier Ball. Got a chance to go away to the Heartland Championship with Counties Monaco. And can't catch up to that one on the outside edge, so 2 and 2. Played for Hawke's Bay Pumas at the Rihi Joseph this year, did young Jackson. And then went away with the Birkdale Falcons, the Club Nationals. Not a bad debut Premier Men's season for the 15-year-old.
Oh,
fouls off.
So young at heart, and you and Karina must be very, very proud to know that he's up there as a 15-year-old, knowing that he's got his sister and his other brother, Maddie and JP.
Right, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So come on, Jacko.
2 and 2 now. Waitākere. And a low lifter on the outside edge is good, as you'll smoke that through. And I know, Auntie, you're good with your stats. You'll keep us up to date with how many either side. But Waitākere is looking good here today.
He certainly is. So just answering your question there, he's just taken 5 strikeouts and 1 stand-up strike. So
6 strikeouts through the first 9 batters from Waitākere.
Indeed.
Gibson launches into one. This is high. Coming down.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, and Oxley. Jacob, boy, oh boy, he's got a smile on his doll.
Yes.
But that thing was not easy.
It was not. Was it swirling a bit in there? I don't know.
That'll do us through the bottom of the third innings. No change in the score, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a beauty going here. Don't go anywhere. Back soon. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, and the top of the fourth innings. It'll be Ethan Shannon, followed by Jacob Oxley and Dallas Waitākere, 1, 2, 3 here. As the Waitākere Bears are clinching on to a 1-run lead here, Auntie.
Yeah. Great hit by Hickle Smith with that, he just collected all of the ball on the drop. And it just went sailing out of the park.
Sure did indeed.
Swing.
And a big swing from Shannon. He's had a great season for the last couple of years, Ethan Shannon, hasn't he, Auntie?
He has indeed. He's lost weight, and I'm thinking that it's because of the with the international side that he's aiming for, or is at the moment.
He's in peak physical condition, isn't he? He really is, and Dylan Fraser-Less says, okay, let's see how that peak condition goes here. Picks up the first out of the fourth innings. We'll bring up Jacob Oxley now. Starting right footer, took that catch to finish the third. Off Gibson's bat. And that premeditated swing here. How low this is. He's like, I'm going to get the first pitch.
He knew.
He had that mind made up before he left the dugout, didn't he, Auntie?
Man.
Yeah.
Tapping his chest.
That's inside.
This one's just down. A little change of pace, just dribbles in. Auntie, I know we're only halfway through this grand final, but your impressions of the 2024-25 Pure Athletic Premier Men's competition this year. Auntie, what do you think?
Premier Men's is a different league of ball games. It's top side players with all the clubs that's played in the league. And, not forgetting the other clubs that's been here, but it's just outstanding how Waitākere has come to North Harbour and has made its way into the finals for a reason, because they've come from an Auckland competition and they're enjoying their season here, and they've worked their way to be here just like Northcote. So my impression has been fantastic. I love it. It's great.
Certainly has been outstanding. Both Northcote and Roosters are 3 or 4 years ago now decided to bring their Premier Men's team back to North Harbour.
Yes.
But on the proviso that it was about building the rest of the clubs here, so they split their Premier team into two. That's why Roosters have 2 teams, red and black. Northcote have 2 teams, gold and maroon. And the idea is to allow other talent to come through, allow the other clubs on the shore to advance. Yep. And it's worked a charm. We've seen that with, of course, the success of NFC for North Harbour this year and the Heartland Championship.
Yep.
But the thing that really sticks in my mind, Auntie, is how all the clubs on the North Shore work together.
Absolutely. And it's, I guess, for me, I've always been about farming, but it's also camaraderie.
Yeah.
With the not only just the players, but also for the coaching staff and management. How we can all talk together and see how we can help each other to grow our sport in softball, and also with North Harbour Softball Association. I think we've got the best thing going, Chopper. Best thing going.
It's great to see you in common cause. And, whoa, that one just breaks. Almost breaks the front knee of Waitākere here. Look at this snap back in.
Yep.
Wham!
4-3, strike 2.
That's a good low lifter right there. Full count now. And they go straight back to the same location to get her done. 3 up, 3 strikeouts here in the top of the 4th innings. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. It's grand final time. Premier Men, Northcote Maroon taking on Waitākere Bears.
on,
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be Hoi Mate. They'll get Northcote started here in the fourth innings. It'll be followed up by Nick Lanigan and Logan Fraser list 1, 2, and 3. Bottom four action of the grand final. Auntie, you've seen a lot of Dallas Waitākere now. What does Northcote need to do to be successful offensively against them?
Oh, well, first and foremost, they need to hit the ball. just being, polite out here, because looking at my stats, the only one that's been hitting the ball has been Seth in the 8 and 9 position, and also Hohepa. So, he's hit it back to Dallas, but the whole team needs to come together and just, look to hit the ball off Dallas.
Nice ball from Waitākere. The thing with Waitākere is he doesn't make too many mistakes.
But he's also containing Northcote, as he knows that their weaponry against what they can do with Northcote. So, I would imagine that Heine's spoken to his team, his boys, and said, look, we cannot underestimate this Northcote team at all. So we just need to take it and drill it to them and say, no, we'll be the ones that's going to actually stand still with us altogether.
And drop ball inside. And another strikeout from Waitākere, Auntie.
Yeah.
You keep the numbers for us, but boy, it's impressive.
So what he's doing, Dallas, is that he's really working, just working selflessly is what I'm trying to say to Dallas. In the middle, because he knows Jacob's actually at the back calling the game for him, and no better for him to do that is because he's got his catcher calling all the shots. And like you said previously, Chopper, they've obviously worked together and they're making it work and just doing different styles of pitching to put Northcote off.
Northcote are a team that doesn't panic though, Auntie.
No.
Like you won't see them trying to do too much in a situation.
No. And it's just a relaxed kind of looking atmosphere with Waitākere is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Lanigan, high hopper, get up, Ty Love, son. What a play from the second baseman from Waitākere Bears. How high, Auntie?
How high was that? If it got any higher, it may have just gone over his head, but not even. He was in the right place at the right time. Took that play.
So one away here. And Logan just hits Fraser list.
So he got walked in his first turn at bat. So we'll see what happens in this one.
And this one's on the outside edge. Waitākere will like if he gets this call more often. Northcote bench watching. Someone trying to poke the needle.
Oh, no.
And he goes Smith with good footwork to make the play. There's a 1, 2, 3, bottom of the fourth innings. We're moseying through the grand final here. Don't make a cup of tea, or maybe get an ice cube for your gin and tonic, whatever you're enjoying. I hope you're enjoying the grand final. Back with more action here in the top of the fifth innings. 1-0, Waitākere Bears leading. A beautiful day here, ladies and gentlemen, for the grand final between Waitākere Bears and Northcote. Top fifth action as we work our way through this one. Ty Love will lead off here for Waitākere Bears. He'll be followed by his fellow teammates Jacob Lee and Carlos Amaitatu in the top of the fifth innings. Down and over the top. Jason Gerbes, AK Chopper, Auntie Rory, Rena Smith joining us in commentary. Auntie, halfway through this game, what's been your impression so far?
It's a final, it's a game of two halves, I guess is what I'm wanting to say. However, with 1-0 with Waitākere leading the way. But what I'm loving about Northcote is Dylan Fraser-Liss and then Logan Fraser-Liss. The two brothers in the middle is really trying to hold Waitākere really, really well.
Swinging a miss and a hustle here from Fraser-Liss, and it hits the runner on the way through, and he is out. The runner is running for the wrong.
We got it.
You can see the umpire there specifically saying the runner running in the wrong lane, Auntie.
Okay. Well, that's
he's got to take the inside. Let's have a little listen.
Yes, let's have a listen to what the call is.
He's got to know. He's interfered, Arnie. That's all. It's a good call.
There you go. Good call indeed. And we'll take a look at it ourselves here, Auntie, and see what you see.
Okay, so it got away from Logan, but however he went to go and throw it. Yes, he was right outside the line. Definitely right outside the line of the lane that he should be running in. Hence the reason why Andy's called him out. Great call.
With the drop third strike going behind the catcher, you've got to take the inside line, the inside base. And he's adjudicated out going to first base. Umpires are right on the mate. McManus at first base with that call. There's Jacob Lee, the catcher now. Steps in to go to work. This one's up. Coming forward is the centre field. Got something for you, lads. Got something for you. Hoihepa Bug. Call as calm as collective. This one you'll see here. They're all going for it, Auntie. And a long way to go for Monk.
Yes, but And
right at the end, look at this.
Oh, well drilled, well done with Hoihepa using both hands this time, whānau, knowing that he caught it down on the bottom, but he trapped it with his hand on the top, so fantastic out. Good stuff, Hoihepa.
Carlos Amaitatu now.
So his last turn at bat, he got a half hit to hit it to down to Nick Lanigan for him to field that ball to get him out. So, but I know that Carlos is capable of doing a little bit better than that.
Little Fraser-Liss with plenty of zip on that last pitch on the inside edge.
2 strikes. Dead ball.
And it looks like that hit the batter here, he's saying.
It hit you. Yeah.
Oh, well, he's
As soon as he gets there, we'll get a DR, right?
And it brings up our home runner, our automatic home runner out.
Yeah, let's take a look at that, Auntie. Because a little hard to see, but there, just glazing maybe the uniform.
Yeah.
And home plate umpire straight away onto it, Mark Porteous. Will send him down to first base. Of course, Hiko Smith with a big home run. Will step in to go to work now.
Dylan is actually having a great game in the middle here with his brother Logan. The two of them are working tirelessly for Northcote. and they counteract each other, you know, Chopper. Always. See, look at that.
Sure do indeed.
Oh, Dylan's smiling a little bit, saying, Jesse's going, yeah, maybe.
Remember last time up, Hiko Smith just tattooed a low lifter
and that was
and left the yard in a hurry. This one's fouled back. Oh, and the doggies are back. There you go. As soon as the director's back in the house, all the dogs. Is that actually a dog?
It looks like a Grinch to me.
Oh, not too. Yeah.
Beautiful take.
And on the outside edge. And Fraser Lift may have given up a home run to Hiko Smith in the third innings. Not so much here in the fifth as he'll sit him down on strikes. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. 1-run ball game as we go to the bottom of the fifth innings. Northcote will be up to bat. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. You see the towel there, lots of donuts, just a one-run, solitary run. That came in the third innings for Waitākere Bears off a home run to their shortstop, Leighton Hiko Smith. Jesse Fuller will get us started here for Northcote, followed by Callum Ryan and Dylan Fraser List here at the bottom of the fifth innings. Got a feeling about it too, Auntie. Northcote need to get started soon before early becomes late.
That's right. But, you know, you can't do much when Dallas is actually controlling the middle against Northcote. So what I'm saying is that he's doing a stellar job for his team to actually contain Northcote from the get-go.
Well, we saw him do it last week, 2 weeks ago against the Northcote Gold side. Held them scoreless through 7 innings.
Yes.
So maybe that's the lesson right here. And we talked about how Waitākere's change of tactic defensively, their pitching, approach. Rise ball, drop ball, change at different times. Right. Well, maybe Northcote offensively need to change their a little bit, just tweak. Here as we hear drop third strike and he is safe at first base.
By Jesse.
And Jesse Fuller with a bit of gas down here. Had to get going. And you see here, boom, bang, bang at the same time. Jesse Fuller. Boy, that boy is quick. Aren't he?
Yes, don't tell his father because he can't run. But yes, Jesse, wonderful work from you, number 5. Well done. Now here is the opportunity for Northcote. Come on now.
Senior veteran Callum Ryan, player coach these days.
Now this is what I'm talking about, Callum Ryan. He's mysterious in every way. He makes me cringe when we play him because you just never know where he's going to bat.
Yeah.
But he does a fantastic job anyway. Just got to hit the ball. Be patient, find a play.
He also knows the big swing here gives them the lead. On the other side, Dylan Fraser List, just like Waitākere's got it on a string.
Yes.
They said he did go at it.
I would have thought that Cully would have done that at first place, but I mean, with the first pitch. And yeah, he's trying to mix it up for his runner to go.
Good call by home plate umpire Mark Porteous. Right on the money, as usual. This one's outside.
It's such a tense game. Everyone's sitting on edge. That's it.
I'm thinking that one will go foul. And a rearing back does Waitākere.
Mine's really winning the battle here for Waitākere, Chopper. That's his. That's 8 now for him. And yeah, he's so in control here. So in control. Oh, great take by Jacob.
On Fraser list now. There's the Northcote Navigators Div 3 team. Always they're telling stories, I'm pretty sure, aren't they? There's a list. Just misses. They're 3-1 the count here on Waitākere against Fraser List. And that one comes through the zone. That'll load up the count now, 3-2.
He was hoping for that walk, but it was a great pitch by Dallas, sending it down that middle.
One away here, bottom of the 5th innings. Drop ball's good on the outside edge to take care of business. Bring up Harry Common now. Harry Common steps in, looking to find his rhythm. And they'll just get him at first base here and a bang, bang play. Nicely done. And Auntie, we're moving super quick here.
Very quick. Look at it. Now top of 6.
Bottom of the 5th inning is all done. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We got more grand final action here from North Harbour. It is the Premier Men. Back soon. Waitākere Bears leading 1-0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here. Top of the sixth innings. We've got a great grand final going here, Auntie, between Dallas Amaitatu and Dylan Fraser-List. But a change on the hill here as Blake Redford will come out of the dugout for Northcote here with a 1-0 ball game in the top of the sixth innings, Auntie.
Yes, that's right. So they've given Dylan a bit of a rest where you can see that he's gone to second base. Cully's actually pulled himself out and he's put Nick Lanigan onto first base, and Jesse Fuller's actually come to third base. So with Blakey coming in the middle, maybe that's a good tactic for them to get back into the game possibly.
Stiffen the defence.
Oh, just unlucky, just unlucky.
You just hear there, foul ball from the home plate umpire, Mark Porteous.
I think Jesse just needed to get his glove out a little bit more, just to really dive maybe. He's young at heart, but never mind. He did a grand effort in trying to get that ball.
Luke Roberts here now. This one just misses outside.
Haven't seen much of Blake this year, Chopper, have you?
Yeah, I have, but he's had a couple of injuries that he's worked himself through, but he's got himself in good condition.
Right.
And he won't mind me saying he came in to the season not the best condition, but he worked his tail off, Auntie, this season. It was really pleasing to see. Do I think he's there yet? No, I don't. But I think he's on the way, and that's the key. The effort is there, the head is there, and the talent will flow afterwards. So another strong season from Blake Redford at Northcote next year.
Yeah.
And I think you'll see maybe something special come out.
I hope so, because I think Blake is really a great player himself. Coming from the Roosters club to Northcote, must have been a big decision to do that for a start. Because him and Dutchy were a great pair to watch as a pitcher-catcher combination. Just out foul.
Sure will indeed, but to have the calibre of Blake Redford to come fresh off the bench in the sixth innings, and no disrespect to the other pitchers for Waitākere Bears, Auntie, but Amaitatu's got to go the whole way.
Absolutely not. I'm glad I'm not a pitcher.
And the first batter he faced, he puts him on board with a walk. So lead off batter on here, and the Pants have seen better days, Auntie.
Yeah, just quietly.
Matt Oxley now.
Yeah, Blake's just got to keep easing into it. And, it'll come, because I know how great a pitcher he can be.
I agree, Auntie.
Beautiful work there, Blake.
Right down there. You see Oxley like, I should have gone to eating right there.
He would have sent that to the moon if he got hold of it, but never mind. Blakey won that battle.
Fantastic indeed. Oxley now ready. That one just fouls off to the side.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, got him.
And there's what you can see sometimes. And boy, that's a somber look from Oxley here. But that's some of the talent we've seen come out of Blake Redford, haven't we, Auntie?
Yes, absolutely. And what a solid effort for him to actually get his first strikeout right there. Couldn't come any better, because here we go, as we got Ethan Shannon.
He was happy to see the backside of Fraser-List. Off and running on the pitch.
Oh.
And just misses the tag. And in safely is Roberts.
Hard luck by Seth. It must be right out of his element coming into playing shortstop, knowing that his teammate's not well, you know, Caleb Runa, but he's doing the job. He looks a little bit, you know, disappointed, but he did a really stellar job by getting that ball.
Auntie, now I'm not by any means an actor of any case, but take a look at Dylan Fraser-List here at second base. Tries to deke the runner. Look, where's it gone?
Yeah,
Where's it
yeah,
gone?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
right there, right? He's trying to get it to take off the
Yeah,
base.
because he was trying to make a ploy, didn't you think? What a great detective he could make.
This one on the inside edge. They're saying Shannon would be happy to see the end of Fraser-List on the hill.
Yes, because he really contained Ethan with his last two bats at the batter's box. So he may be having a grand opportunity of Blake, but I don't know.
Insurance run time here on the top of the sixth. Ball just misses inside. Quality hitter is Ethan Shannon these days. I think 36.
Oh. Whew.
You can see Fraser-List behind the dish here, just rubbing that ball, Auntie. We talked a bit about this last game. The grounds crew, they prepared the diamond perfectly. They didn't get given time to wet the diamond down.
Yeah.
So that dust can affect the grip on the ball, especially at the back end of a game.
Mind you, know, we've got good grounds though, but yeah, it can be a little bit oh, well done, Blake.
No trouble with the grip right there as Radford turns it up a ratchet or two and makes this drop ball fall off the table.
Well done to Blake, coming straight into the game, and he's just pulled up 2 strikes in the game, you know, and one walk. So he's doing a fine job in the middle there for Dylan.
Jacob Oxley now. And a premeditated pitch in his last at bat, heaving at it. This one taking his time. Rewarded with a ball. There you can see Lanigan now at first base. And that'll spring a little bit of action from Fraser-List. Out at second base here, Luke Roberts just kind of trying to initiate something with 2 outs here. This one right down Main Street. Woomfa. That's the pitch you want as a hitter, I can tell you that. 2-1 the count here. Look at the face on Oxley. He's intent. Calls time. This one just outside. So a little balancing act here, Auntie, in the top of the 6th innings. A walk, 2 strikeouts. Now hitters count for
Blake, yeah.
right fielder Jacob Oxley against Blake Radford.
That's
There's
a
one
beautiful
down
pitch.
Main Street. Oxley is questioning, is that inside? You can have a look at this. This is yummy
They just
territory.
went, yeah.
You went inside, the ball stayed right there.
Lovely work by Blake.
Full count now.
Beautiful.
This one goes in a little smidge further. And Oxley down to first base. Boy, Tino Tata, Auntie, Tino Tata.
Yes, and here we go. Look, Blake's is doing a stellar job, Chopper, I feel. He's kept them at bay, and he just doesn't need to deter himself at all. He just do the job, one thing at a time. Just like that.
Big swing here on that drop ball that cuts inside. I tell you what though, I think Kutene te wā, if you ask me. 2 runners on, back into the game. Their big strike pitcher up the bat. He's the type of guy to lift this out of the yard and win them the championship right here.
But it all depends on what Blake controls him at the bat with. You know, he's just got 2 strikes on him just now. So if he does clear the ball out of the park, Blake doesn't need to, don't pitch that ball like that in that zone.
Waste pitch option now.
Yeah.
Go with a drop ball outside.
Great move by Logan, just trying to get him on the outside there.
One ball and 2 strikes here. Waitākere can seal the game early in the 6th.
Yes.
And on his hands. The third baseman is right there and takes care of business. Boy, oh boy, Jesse Fuller took about cool, calm and collected. Woo! We got ourselves a real grand final here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We've got plenty more action to happen in this grand final. There's the early one from Jesse Fuller. He finishes off the innings. Back soon. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the grand final here. Bottom of the 6th innings. It'll be the youngster Jackson Gerbes will lead off. Then top of the shop, Seth Gibson and Hohepa Monk. First pitch swinging is Gerbes.
Just gotta love his way of defense, offense over here. Chopper, he wants that ball, and you know he's gritting. Look at it. Look at his stance.
And that one was more of a protection bunt in the end. Let's take a little quick look at this, Auntie. Shapes up a bunt, and then it was coming in on the inside. Just got his fingers out of the way.
Oh.
So in the hole quickly is Gerbes. 15 years of age. And
Good
the rise
boy.
ball will take care of him, and down he goes. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th innings. We'll bring up Seth Gibson, and he is the man of the moment, really, Auntie.
He is. He certainly is. He's punching it out there in the outfield. He's about the only one that is out there, along with Hohepa and also with Nicken. And he's actually quite disappointed because I think he really should have he's probably thinking I should have hit that one. And look at
And
that.
lift this one out, going long to the ledge. And Harbour, 2 games in a row, the left fielder for Waitākere Bears.
Yep.
He saves the day in the semi-final. And look at this ranging catch here, going back full stretch to make the catch. Cameron Hemipaw, boy oh boy, that man is having a back-end season of his life.
Absolutely. Saviour for Waitākere.
Monk, hard hit ball to shortstop, that's regulation. And we're all done. Through the bottom of the 6th innings. Of course, the top of the 7th coming up next, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. And the climax of this game is on its way. We'll actually hear live from Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium, and great to have you along here. Grand final, top of the 7th innings, insurance run time for Waitākere Bears, and just off the top of their order here, Ty Love in the 7 spot hits. Then it'll be Jacob Lee and Carlos Amaitatu, 1, 2, and 3. Jim from his brother Dallas Amaitatu on the hill for Waitākere Bears here this evening. Northcote have used 2 pitches. Dylan Fraser-List comes out in the end of the 5th innings for Blake Radford to come in relief. He's thrown 1 inning so far. Now into the 7th he goes. And this one just goes to the left side, and an easy out for Lanigan for the first out as it just stays in the little chalk line. Not going to get many easier ones than that. Auntie, I have a feeling something's going to happen here in this innings, whether it's Waitākere side or Northcote side. I'm not too sure why, but I feel it.
And I don't blame you, because I had the same feeling myself. And I'm sure it's coming. It's like The Shining, eh? Oh my goodness. But yes, something's giving here. It's going to give.
Just outside. Jacob Lee now. Pitches dominated grand final for sure between Northcote Maroon and Waitākere Bears.
And that's been the difference, is the pitchers actually controlled this whole game, Chopper. And it's just with Hikoi Smith, big hit out of the park, it still could be a 0-all ball game.
Back in the 3rd innings, that home run from Hikoi Smith. And a rise ball on the outside edge will take care of business here. As Lee will go down. So 2 quick outs here, Auntie.
Yes, because I reckon that Northcote really wants to do some business at their last 10 at bat when they come back out. And it's all down to that, you know, Nick Lanigan, Logan Fraser-List and Jesse Fuller.
Sure is indeed. Before that, though, there'll be a pinch hitter come into the ball game.
41 out, 23 in.
Introduced by the home plate umpire you just heard. 41 out, 23 in. That's
Andre.
Aaron Tohovaka will come in to pinch hit here in the 9-hole. An experienced campaigner.
Yes, Aaron Tohovaka has been in this team for such a long time. And he's graced with the Waitākere team.
We're ready to rock and roll now. 2 away in the top of the 7th innings. This one fouls off.
He's also not shy of hitting the ball. I've seen him in action when it counts. Right when it counts, you know. So let's see what he can do.
Radford ready now. Tovaha waiting. As that one just misses outside. And if you watch here, Mark Porteous, watch his head. He'll indicate to the pitcher where it was. That was outside. And this is something
Blake didn't like that either, did he?
Technique he has, so you don't have to ask him the question. I'd have a stiff neck under you if that was me, that's for sure. Of course, Aaron Tovaha used to work for the Dugout, one of our sponsors at North Harbour. Fantastic man. Now apparently he swims with the fish at the Hollywood farm.
Oh, good mixing by Blakey.
2-2 the count here.
You hear a lot of laughing going on over here
sorry.
because Matt's in the house.
Here's the deed.
Oh,
And this one comes through and he'll grab the edge. And boy, we've got ourselves a good one here, Auntie.
we
The
do.
pitching on both sides has been exceptional.
Oh, absolutely, and why not?
Certainly outstanding as we're all done through the top of the 7th. Bottom of the 7th, last chance Sunday for Northcote Maroon side. Can they do it? Of course they can. We'll find out when we come back.
Let's go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium in the grand final. And great to have the live stream here. Kerry Dominican Pickens. Is this men's college softball? Yeah. Of course, in the United States, it's more college softball. You'll see the woman and their play there. And, of course, this is Premier Men's Softball in New Zealand. And it's the cream of the crop here, the North Harbour competition.
Nick Lanigan is going to be the one. They all need to do it, Chopper. They really do.
1-1 difference in the bottom of the 7th innings. And it'll bring into bat Nick Lanigan. Logan Fraser-List and Jesse Fuller, 1, 2, and 3. This one comes off the leg of
Amazingly, Chopper just saying and just thinking along the way with Northcote how much they miss one of their players or how many that's actually out of the play in this Northcote team. And I'm speaking highly of Caleb.
yes,
Caleb
of course,
Rayner.
Hugh Davies is one of them as well.
Yeah, Huey.
And a few of them
Yeah.
gone from today, and we
Okay.
wish them the best of health, of course. But the rest of these guys have got a chance here to win it for
That's
the club.
right.
And
It
my
is.
Tatu's got a chance as well as he rips that down the inside.
so true, Chopper, that the rest of his their teammates are doing it in this final, and they should be absolutely proud of themselves, irrespective of their comrades that's not too well.
Indeed, Auntie.
Yeah.
Is Logan Fraser-List now?
He's a young player too. How old is he?
Yeah, he's only in his early mid-20s.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe 23-ish type thing.
Wow,
And,
that's amazing.
fine
Northcote.
young
Well
gentleman.
done. Big up to you, Northcote Club. Wonderful. Looking after our rangatahi right throughout.
One away here. This one's off the leg of Fraser-List. Boy, oh boy, those ones don't feel too good.
Ouch.
Oh, the inside.
Yep, and step right there in the middle there. Yow. Don't rub it.
Oh, my Tatu. You've got the numbers, Auntie. He has put
Yeah.
together a massive game here
He
in the
has.
grand final. All down low. 2 years ago it was Roosters v Roosters in the grand final. Last year, Northcote v Northcote. This year, it's the new kids on the block, Waitākere Bears.
And welcome to our park. Welcome to our whenua, our home, our hokainga here, Waitākere. You've been a joy.
This one on the outside edge. Protection time now for Northcote needed. Down to their last two outs here. One swing of the bat can change it, but no one's really got that type of connection yet of Mai Tatu. Couple got close. Inside out, and that'll pop up, and Love will secure the second out here in the seventh innings. And just like that, Auntie, in the blink of an eye, Waitākere Bears are down to 1 out away from the 2025 championship.
Absolutely.
Auntie, I just noticed too, after those last couple of pitches, Mai Tatu bending over. Maybe.
Yeah, I think he's got something pulling at the side of him. I just saw him rub that a little bit to his right.
One through the top.
Kind of, I think he's actually maybe a strain or something. He'd be glad to see that this game's going to be ending pretty soon, I hope.
Northcote needed to go to extras to have a chance. Big swing on the inside lifter. Down to their last strike here.
Yes, and because you can feel Waitākere absolutely.
One strike away from the championship. Mai Tatu been amazing from the get to the go of the season. Can he do it?
Yes,
And he does! Dallas! Mai Tatu finishes with an exclamation mark rise ball. And it is Waitākere Bears will be your 2025 North Harbour champions. A legend of the game this year, Auntie. Waitākere Bears win the grand final 1-0.
Stellar, fantastic, epic, edge seat. Just absolutely great athleticism from both sides. Chopper with Northcote and also with Waitākere Bears. Give it up to the pitchers that actually performed today with Dylan Logan List, Blake Radford, and definitely with Dallas Mai Tatu. Wow, game of the pitchers is all that I can say.
Well, they did it well here, did Waitākere Bears, and fantastic indeed. It was a complete game shutout from, I'm going to come to you for the Beyond the Dugout player of the match, but a complete game shutout from the man on the mound, Dallas Mai Tatu. Of course, the big home run from Leighton Hiko Smith in the third innings. Northcote scattered a couple of hits, but not enough combined to even worry Waitākere Bears here in the grand final. And they won out.
And
2025 champions, 1-0. Auntie, your pick for the Beyond the Dugout player of the match.
Look,
grand
it
final.
goes without saying. It has to go to Dallas. He's just come along with 11 strikeouts in this game with the 7 innings. With Dylan with 5 and Blake with 3 when he came in quite quickly. But, you know, it just shows the karma that Dallas carries with his pitching stance, with his pitchings, with his Jacob Lee, with training. with Heine having the trust in him to do the whole season, Chopper. So yeah, that's my player today.
Wow, what a great pick, Auntie. Dallas Waitākere, a complete 7 innings in the semi-final to win it, and a complete 7 innings of that blankets Northcote here in the grand final to win the show, to win the ship. He's done it all this year, Waitākere. Of course, a special mention for Leighton Hiko-Smith on his big moment in the grand final as well.
And that was a difference. That was a difference, Chopper. That was a difference. But however, who knows? But well done to Waitākere. Well done to Northcote. Great game.
Well,
Thank you.
A big day indeed here as we'll come back for the winners announcement ceremony. But it's been a great day, Auntie, and you can see right here, we started with the under-13s this morning. Navy picked up the victory this morning. They are your 2000 under-13 boys champions. And then, of course, after them, it was East Coast Bays taking on Northcote. And that one, and East Coast Bays running out victors in the under-15 championship today. Congratulations to them. Simply outstanding. And then after them, we moved on to the Prem Reserve Women. Saw the Bandits. Kanuchi. Yeah. Running out victors in that. Congratulations to them. Certainly outstanding.
And who did they play? ECB?
Yeah, they did indeed. And then, of course, on to the Prem Reserve men. Northcote take up the spoils in that one. And through they go with the championship for 2025, the Premier Reserve men. But the spoils of the big dogs, the big show, that will go to Waitākere Bears this season. They are your 2025 winners. 2025 winners. And look at the smiles on their dials. They are happy. Waitākere on the far side, a big piece of the picture. And they got her done. Congratulations to Waitākere Bears in 2025.
So what is your thoughts, Chopper? I know you've heard about mine. So your thoughts about that final. Did you have anything else with that Waitākere team? What was your impressions?
Oh, look, fantastic, Auntie. I thought they did a wonderful job this season and deserved winners of the Premier Division. They were welcomed into the competition and they did such a great job. They played with integrity.
Yes.
They learned what it's like to become part of the whānau here at North Harbour. And if you ask me, that's a big part of it, Auntie.
I've got to pay mention, though, to Cameron Himapore. Because he saved that game from last week against Northcote with that catch, and he's gone and done it again tonight with Hohepa's hit, I think, or no, with Seth Gibson's hit. He just had something else out there, in the outfield, and to actually save that actual catch for Waitākere, it just means the world to what.
It does indeed. A big moment for Hemipaul this season over the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Also a big moment for the guys that had home runs in Diamond 1 today. Young Cooper Atkins in his grand final for the under 15s. And of course in the grand final, the Premier men, Leighton Hiko-Smith. They got her done. They were our champions for 2025. Auntie, the season has been a complete pleasure to call the games with you and the rest of the crew. Of course, the crew is massive these days. We couldn't do it without every single one of them. Troy Duncan been here since Sparrows this morning after we finished the game last night.
Wow.
Certainly a great young man. And we're good to have him here, their experience with our camera crew. And of course, all the rest of the camera crew. Simon Lindsay was in the house today, to name just a couple of the camera crew today. Jake Cavalry, JP Gerbes were on the camera for us today. And of course, Mrs. Gerbes, she's been doing the scoreboard for us all day. Our ground announcers, Simon Lindsay and Fergus McAlpine, did a wonderful job. And yourself, Auntie.
Thank you very much.
Always a tahua.
Ai, tino tahua. Karawe. And whānau, It's also a congratulations from me on behalf of our softball nation out there, Chopper, for you to bring our live streaming to everybody around the country. You talked about it everywhere. We just bless you for introducing us to this live streaming world with the Beyond the Dugout broadcasting team. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to get the fantastic views and commentary team and your camera team. You know, you guys are just absolutely wicked, and I just love you guys for bringing that home to us every day, every tournament.
Well, thank you for the kind words, Auntie, and thank you all for your viewership. We'll leave you with the highlight package of the grand final. Congratulations again, once more, to Waitākere Bears, our 2025 Premier Men's North Harbour champions. 1-0 in the final over Northcote Maroon. Waitākere Bears, they reached the mountain, they climbed to the top. Kia ora koutou katoa, mā te wā. It's been our complete privilege. Look after yourselves. Guess what? We're back next week. Secondary schools. See you there. Ka kite.